Hey, this is Echo Tech. Today let's dive into the LG B2 Series 55-inch OLED, which is one of those TVs that sits right in that sweet spot between performance, value, and everyday usability. It's not trying to be the flagship king that breaks benchmarks in every direction, but it brings a whole lot of high-end OLED goodness to a price point that makes sense for a lot of people. And once you hear what this panel can really do with its self-lit OLED tech, its Alpha 7 Gen 5 processor, the 120Hz refresh rate, and all the gaming features packed in, it starts looking like one of the most balanced TVs LG has made in its lineup. So let's talk about what using this thing is really like. From the moment you turn it on, you're reminded why OLED still hits different. LG's 8 million self-lit pixels are doing what OLED does best. Absolute blacks that look like the screen just melts into the background, infinite contrast that makes bright objects feel like they're floating, and over 1 billion colors that pop without ever feeling oversaturated. It's the kind of picture quality that makes even a simple scene, like a street at night or a close-up of someone's face, look cinematic. The 16:9 aspect ratio keeps everything clean and familiar, and since there's no backlight, there's no blooming, no halos, and no weird gray patches where darkness should be. It's just pure OLED perfection. The Alpha 7 Gen 5 AI processor is doing more behind the scenes than you might expect. This kind of algorithmic picture processing is built to make content look more lifelike by analyzing depth, contrast, and color in real time. It's constantly adjusting shadows, bringing highlights under control, and sharpening skin tones so that everything looks natural but also more vivid. It almost feels like LG tuned this processor to hit a balance between realism and that punchiness people expect from a premium display. And the same chip is doing work on the audio side too, lifting dialogue, adjusting spatial feel, and managing the mix to keep things crisp even with the built-in speakers. If you're into sports, fast action movies, or gaming, the 120Hz refresh rate is a massive win. Motion on this TV is crazy smooth. Camera pans stay sharp, movements feel fluid, and fast scenes don't break into mushy blur like on lower-end panels. This is also one of the reasons gamers love the B2. NVIDIA G-SYNC, FreeSync Premium, and VRR give you real-time responsiveness and tear-free performance. You've also got LG's Game Optimizer, which brings all your settings, latency, black stabilizer, refresh info, into one slick dashboard. And since the TV includes 4 full-bandwidth HDMI 2.1 ports, you can plug in your Xbox Series X, PS5, gaming PC, and maybe even a soundbar without compromising features. For a mid-tier OLED, this level of gaming support is kind of wild. LG's WebOS is still one of the most polished and straightforward smart TV platforms out there. Everything loads fast, animations feel smooth, and the UI is easy enough that you won't get lost in menus trying to find what you want. The built-in apps cover pretty much everything: Netflix, Prime Video, Apple TV, Disney+, HBO Max, and LG channels. Over 300 free channels that start instantly. If you've ever turned on a TV and just wanted something to watch without thinking too hard, LG Channels is perfect. You get sports, comedy, movies, news, stuff you can jump into without subscriptions. And with Wi-Fi built in and Bluetooth 5.0 support, connectivity stays solid whether you're using it with speakers, headphones, or syncing it with another device. The B2 also plays nicely with the smart assistants you already use. There's Alexa built in, Google Assistant compatibility, and Apple HomeKit support. The Magic Remote gives you that Wii-like pointer control that LG is known for, plus voice commands, so browsing or typing is a lot less painful than on most remotes. Inside the box you get the Magic Remote, AA batteries, the power cable, and a quick start guide. The stand is optional, but if you're wall mounting, it supports a 300 by 200 VESA mount. The TV itself is pretty lightweight, and measuring 48.3 inches across and just 9.7 inches deep with the stand, it fits cleanly into most setups. Audio on the B2 is surprisingly good considering how thin the TV is. You get 2 speakers delivering 20W total output, and the sound profile leans on LG's 5.1.2 virtual surround processing. Dolby Atmos support adds some height and space to sound, especially in big movie moments. You're not getting true room-filling home theater audio, but dialogue clarity is strong, and the AI sound features help make up for the limited physical speaker size. For a lot of people, the internal speakers will be totally fine, and if you want more, you can always add a soundbar, which OLED TVs pair beautifully with. Power consumption is reasonable for an OLED of this size. It draws around 100 watts during regular use and uses about 185 kilowatt hours per year depending on your brightness levels and usage habits. Given OLED's panel efficiency and self-lit technology, it's not going to spike your energy bill unless you're pushing brightness to the max every day. The design is classic LG OLED, super thin panel on the top half, slightly thicker base section for ports and internals, and a clean matte black finish. It's one of those TVs that instantly elevates a room because it feels like a high-end piece of tech even when it's off. The screen finish is flat and does a good job controlling reflections. Not perfect, but definitely better than many LED TVs. Around the back you'll find the 4 HDMI ports, 2 USB ports, component outputs, digital audio out, and all your connectivity options. Everything is positioned for easy access whether you're wall mounting or using a stand. But what really makes this TV shine is how consistently it performs across the board. It's not just a great movie TV or a great gaming TV or a great everyday streamer, it's all of them at once. The combo of OLED picture quality, the Alpha 7 Gen 5 AI processor, 120Hz motion, HDMI 2.1, Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos, and the strong WebOS ecosystem make it a really complete package. You don't feel like you're giving up flagship features just because it's a mid-tier price point. And for a 55-inch OLED, value is a big part of that story. If you want a TV that gives you that premium OLED experience without going into the flagship price zone, the LG B2 is still one of the best balanced options you can buy. It does movies, gaming, streaming, and everyday use with equal confidence. It feels modern, fast, and refined, and it hits that MKBHD-approved sweet spot of tech that just works and works well.